the KMNN studios, this is the Kids Morning News Network. Good morning and welcome to KMNN. I'm Alex. It's Wednesday, December 20th, 2023, the 354th day of the year. I hope you're doing well. On this day, the first issue of Captain America Comics was published in 1940, and that was the first time anyone had ever heard of Captain America. Yes, he was a comic book first. It only cost 10 cents. That's about the same as $2.19 today. It sold nearly 1 million copies, so it was a huge hit. But get this, if you had one of these comics today in perfect condition, it would be worth, drumroll please, at least $2 million. $2 million. And there was one issue that sold for $3 million. So hold on to your comic books, everybody. They might be worth something someday. On this day in 1812, that's a while ago, Grimm's Fairy Tales was first published. Have you heard of the fairy tales? Grimm's Fairy Tales? It was this book of stories. There were 86 stories written by two brothers in Germany, Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. You've probably heard of some of them, like Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin, Cinderella. Those all came from Grimm's Fairy Tales. But there are 86 stories, and some of them aren't quite as well known, like The Louse and the Flea. Yeah, these are real titles. Or here's another one, The Mouse, the Bird, and the Sausage. Okay? And The Singing Bone. Singing Bone. What would that feel like if your bones started singing? Now, the Brothers Grimm didn't write all these stories themselves. They were actually collecting them by reading old books and asking people to tell them their old folk tales. So they really thought they were trying to preserve history, not write a book for kids. But their stories are still around today. And finally, in 1928, the first international dog sled mail left Minot, Maine for Montreal, Quebec. I don't know how long it took to deliver the mail by dog sled, but today, that'd be about a 5-hour drive. All right, time for the Wednesday riddle, and we have to go all the way back to Monday for our last riddle, which was, what tastes better than it smells? What tastes better than it smells? You ready? Your tongue. Yes, you can't smell anything with your tongue, but you can taste things. On the flip side of that, if you don't smell, you can't taste very well. It's really interesting. Your sense of smell, try it. Pinch your nose and eat something, like something that tastes really strong, or something spicy. And then while you're chewing, let your nose go, and suddenly you'll taste it a lot better. Okay, so here's our Wednesday riddle. I'll give you the answer tomorrow. I'm tall when I'm young, but when I'm old, I'm short. That's the Wednesday riddle. I'm tall when I'm young, but when I'm old, I'm short. Answer tomorrow. We were talking a bit about space last week, and it turns out that last week NASA ran this test. They were practicing a new system to communicate with spaceships way out in space. They were really practicing for Mars missions down the road in a few years, but they sent messages with a laser. Normally, they use radio waves, which take a while. The Psyche spacecraft, which is 18 million miles away from us right now, that's 80 times as far away as the moon. Still nowhere near as far as Mars, which is 229 million miles away. But this is the furthest anyone has ever gotten a laser transmission. So Psyche spacecraft shot a message with a laser down here to Earth across 18 million miles, and it worked. NASA's doing this because radio waves, which is what they normally use, they're kind of slow, and they don't carry a whole lot of information. And this Mars mission, which if you're listening, P.S., the Mars mission will probably happen about the time you're astronaut age, so keep that in mind. But NASA wants to be ready because Mars is a long way away. It takes like 20 minutes for a radio wave to get from Mars to us or from us to Mars, and that's going to be tough to communicate with a crew that's that far away. So they tried out this laser, and it worked. 18 million miles away, and they were able to send a high-def video. They were able to send it so fast that they could stream it here on Earth almost as fast as if you're streaming something on your phone or on your computer. And what was this video they sent that they streamed from 18 million miles away that made history as the furthest laser communication ever? It was a cat video. A cat named Tater, to be precise, playing with a laser pointer. So someday, if you are on a Mars mission and you're communicating with NASA on Earth with a laser, you can say thanks to Tater the cat. All right, so today in the weather, it should be a little warmer in a lot of the country. It's pretty cold up here in the Northeast. Also, it's going to be dry most places, which is pretty amazing for those of us who've been rained out for the past few days. But in Southern California, it's that time of year. There is going to be a lot of rain, so be careful. Looks like the winds could kick up out there as well. All right, I want to end with a poem today. This is Antigonish by William Hughes Mearns. Yesterday, upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish he'd go away. When I came home last night at 3, the man was waiting there for me. But when I looked around the hall, I couldn't see him there at all. Go away, don't you come back any more. Go away, and please don't slam the door. Last night I saw upon the stair a little man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. That poem was written in 1899. Still kind of funny today. That's it for KMNN this morning. Have a great day. This is Alex signing off.